Thank you all for coming. As you may know, I've met some of you guys before, my name is Tony Brown. I'm the Head of Home Entertainment Marketing at LG Australia, and I also look after the content business now as well. Thank you so much and welcome to Allianz Stadium. As I just jokingly said, we are sponsoring it for the next 3.5 days or so. I'm pleased to see they're not mowing the lawn. Usually when I come out and do this prezzo during the day, they've got the tractors out mowing the lawn. But yeah, welcome, and really welcome to LG's home of entertainment and big entertainment. That's why we've decided to hold it at Allianz this year. It's a big stadium, they have big events here, and we really think it's going to be an amazing big year of content, both sport, movies, and everything that people watch on TV. So I'll tell you more about that in a minute, but we'll go through some of the formalities. It's not just me, you'll be pleased to hear, presenting today. I'm also going to introduce Josh Marshall, right there. Josh is our General Manager of Sales for Home Entertainment. So Josh is going to give you guys some insights into what's happening in the market, and he's going to introduce some of our key product technology. Natalie Fideli works with me in home entertainment marketing category, and Natalie's going to present to you some of our lifestyle products, some of our really interesting lifestyle products. And Gemma Lemieux is our marketing director at LG Australia, and she's going to speak after me, and she's going to talk to you about like a total look at LG Australia and what we're doing at a global level for the brand and the business. So she'll give you that insight before we get back into the range. And Thomas Baker consistently is never here because he's always doing his last minute tweaks to his famous world-class demonstrations in there. So Thomas will be showing you all the key features of the TVs inside.
Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining. As Tony mentioned, I'm Gemma Lemieux, the Marketing Director here at LG Australia. It's lovely to have you here, and thanks for taking the time to be with us today. We have a really exciting year ahead. As you may have seen, we relaunched our brand and had a really strong focus on Life's Good, our tagline, which saw the refresh that you see around the stadium and inside here as well today, and a reaffirmation on exactly what Life's Good means, which is about finding good in the everyday. The Life's Good tagline is more than just a tagline, it's really our brand promise, and it's really guided everything we've done since its introduction back in 1999. In fact, the tagline was developed here in Australia off the back of some local research. The idea and the essence of Life's Good really resonated with the zest that Australians bring to their lives, and actually resonated with humans around and consumers around the globe. So it was rolled out globally post its launch here in Australia, which is super exciting. And last year you would have seen our brand campaign that was launched in it would have been about the Q4 of last year, and we were one of the only countries that really featured the Life's Good with Optimism campaign, which you can see around the stadium as well, which is really testament to the fact that LG really believes that Australia is a strategic country. So off the back of that, we're really focusing on ensuring that consumers really approach their lives with optimism. That's what the Life's Good with Optimism campaign is all about, and looks for those small moments in their everyday lives that they can cherish, and we make products that really kind of enhance that and will be there with them along the way as well. And I think in 2024 now more than ever, the idea of optimism and the notion of optimism, we're trying to seed into everyday life, because our products are people's everyday exposure. So we're looking for ways that we can really enhance their everyday as well. And off the back of our campaign last year and our rebrand, our local brand tracking really indicated that customer preference really improved across all our categories actually last year, which really says to us that the idea and the notion of our campaign is really resonating with consumers, which is great, and that's exactly what we really want, is that whole idea of connecting with consumers. And on that note, we're really focusing on becoming a smart life solution company. We make premium products and we're really renowned for making incredible products, but the idea of and the refocus on human-centric innovation, so innovating great products that really enhance people's lives is really our kind of core focus moving forward, because at the end of the day, it's consumers that are using our products. We want to make their lives better and also create those connections within the home. And on that note, I'll hand back over to Tony, who will take you through how the notion of enhancing lives and improving lives will play out across our home entertainment range. So I'll pass back over to
Thank you
Tony.
very much. So conveniently, we can all just now turn around and have a look at the TVs here. So to build on what Gemma was talking about, I'll explain to you a bit of an overview of where we see 2024. It's already a massive year. So Taylor Swift has already been to Australia, as some of you would see, and the NRL has already been to Las Vegas. And most of them came back unscathed from that trip, most of them. But we also see this year, 2024, the Olympics is coming in France in the middle of the year, and also Euro 2024 football tournament is going to happen as well. So a massive amount of sport happening around the world. We had the Academy Awards yesterday. There's some amazing movies out that are already hitting the streaming platforms. Quite frankly, I described it earlier today, it's like the golden age of content. We've never had as much amazing sport, movies and gaming available to consumers. But at LG, we're committed, and we want to show you today through our range of hardware and our software that no matter what you're into in terms of content and viewing experiences, we've got a great range of products to bring that content to you, and when you're consuming it, to make it the best possible experience, right? So we know that Australians love content, and I can tell you that last year over 3.3 million Australians every day connected to a connected TV, or switched on a connected TV and used the internet enabled features of a connected TV. So it's definitely changing the way in which people access content, this new age of TVs coming out. And as I said, we're committed to giving you the best possible experience. So what are our credentials for being able to claim that? Well, last year, some of you who went to our launch event would remember that we said it's the anniversary 10 years of OLED manufacturing. So LG is famous in the TV industry for being able to make big screen OLEDs 11 years ago now. So last year we celebrated 10 years of OLED production and making it better and better. This year I'm calling out it's 10 years of WebOS. So we're celebrating another 10-year anniversary, and that's 10 years of WebOS. And the point of sort of highlighting these numbers to you and those anniversaries is to say that we've been making it better and better and better. As most of you guys are aware, our OLED product is extraordinary, and there's been significant advances in our WebOS system over the last 10 years as well. So what I'll do now is I'll show you the WebOS for 2024 on this TV. And I'll put the remote down because it jumps around when you're holding it. So this is LG's WebOS 24 operating system. And for us, there's really three key parts to it. Number one is the system itself. So what you've got up here is quick cards. We call them quick cards. And as you can read for your own, with your own eyes, in here is our home office function. So like you've got folders on your phone where you put all your favorite apps and it makes it easier to consume them. We have a whole lot of apps. I'll quickly show you there in a minute. Games, similar situation, right? We've got GeForce Now and some other gaming apps that are available on device. Music, the Spotify's and things. And sports, we have functionality there called Sports Alert, which Thomas is going to do a bit of a demo, but I might touch on it here in a minute. Whatever your favorite team, we've got NRL, AFL, we've got Major League Baseball, we've got a whole lot of soccer leagues that I have no idea about because I'm not a soccer person. But anyway, a whole lot of global sports loaded into this TV. So if you watch Major League Baseball and you've got a favorite team, you can set a sports alert saying this game is on in the future, and it'll also pop up and tell you the score of it. So basically, all of these services are allowing you to get more out of your TV, access more content in better ways. So that's the first part of our WebOS system. The second part is LG Channels. So LG Channels is our fast TV channel service. So it's ad supported, but it's free to consumers. So we have over 80 channels now available on LG Channels. pretty much kicked off middle of last year. 80 channels to date. We keep adding, we keep improving the quality, and we're getting more and more people watching those channels as we go. So that's our fast channel service. The third part of our WebOS system is our content partners. So as you can see here, we've got all the global apps loaded onto the LG TVs and available for everyone, and also the local apps from Stan, Binge, KO, for example. And we work with these content partners, both at a global level and at a local level, to optimize all their content to get as much visibility on these devices as possible. So again, coming back to this story, coming back to that Life Solutions company, Life's Good, we want to give people access to everything, and we want them to be able to experience it in the most high quality way across our products. And the last aspect I'm going to quickly touch on the WebOS system is that, as some of you have asked at previous launch events, will you update the operating system of the TV going forward? The answer's been no up until this point. And when I've asked the guys, the smart people in headquarters, what's the reason for that? Why can't we do it? The answer is always, it's related to the processing power, the memory of the TVs, and just the fact, I think, that the engineers are scared that the system won't look as good on like a 3-4-year-old TV. Well, I'm pleased to announce that that's changed. So as of 2024, we are now offering LG's Renew program, which means that if you buy any of these 2024 products, the operating system on your TV will be upgraded for free every year for the next 4 years. So you'll have the latest TV operating system features and services for the next 5 years going forward. So it'll be a rolling 5-year. And because we do love looking after our existing customers wherever technically we can, we're rolling that back to start with 2023 operating systems and 2022 operating systems. So a 2022 TV owner will get 23, 24, 25, 26. They'll be supported up until 2026 with that latest operating system, WebOS system on their TVs. So we're very pleased to announce that. We think it's a great demonstration of what Gemma was talking about in terms of a company focused on its consumers and looking after them. So those are the highlights from me. I'll now hand over to Josh to start explaining the market and also our product range.
Too easy, thanks Tony. Great to see everybody. Thanks for being here today. When we have a quick reflection on 23, it was certainly an interesting time, and of course cost of living pressures was evident. But one thing that was quite interesting is the Australian market still loved their TVs. We only saw around a single-digit decline as far as units sold out through the market last year versus the previous year. So when you think about that, that's quite remarkable considering the business that was done maybe a couple of years before that through the COVID period, where of course consumer electronics were flying off the decks. So what we did, however, see though is that probably the thought process did change a little bit. That value proposition certainly came into the equation more. And of course maybe price came into the discussion greater than it had done for the last couple of years. So we're extremely conscious of that, and as you'll see with the detail that comes out today later in your packs, is that we'll actually be launching a lot of our products at the same or even lower than what we had last year as comparisons. So we're certainly conscious of that change in the market. But one thing that is also very clear is the trajectory around what is selling, and that is big screen in particular. So 75-inch and above screens will most likely account for about 40% of every dollar spent this year within 24. So a very substantial component of the market, and there's literally a considerable more models available, and that'll be right across the market. So for LG, we've got obviously a lot more 75s, 86s, and of course now the 98s. As Tony's highlighted here, this is the 98-inch LED model, and we'll show you all the way down through to our 97-inch OLED screens. So we've certainly got a lot more models in that space. It's representing a bit of a challenge in the retail environment, as you can imagine. Not being able to display a lot of these products. They certainly don't have rubber walls, so it's a challenge. But Australia are adopting these big screens, so quick. It's actually, the 86-inch TVs in particular are actually being adopted quicker than what the 75 inches were. So we're really seeing that trend jump up pretty quickly. But for us, as I said, we've got a lot of excitement this year because we do have more products, and of course, as Tony suggested, 24 is the year of sport. The Olympics and of course the Euros all the sport that started, and as we said, the rugby league overseas. So we're excited about that, and obviously the TV is built for that. This type of screen and big screens in general are just certainly built for sports fans. So having more product in that space, we're definitely pretty happy about. Now, it's not all about the big screen. We've got a good range of the QNED models, which Tommy will take you through, but then we get into of course, our heroes around the OLED models. We've got a lot of new products to kind of show you there, and some upgrades that are from last year. So there's some really good upgrades you'll see right across our kind of normal family B, C, and G series, as well as our new wireless OLED screens. So lots to talk about there, as well as the new soundbar attachments. So we really think we've got a better range now that can accompany that experience. And of course, it's not all about the picture, but sound makes up a lot of the experience when you're at home. So lots of awesome and exciting products to talk you through today. So I'll hand over to Tommy and get into a bit more features and tech for you.
Awesome. Thanks, Josh. Thanks, guys. Good to see you again. This time it's daytime. So we're going to go through all the models here. To kick it off, we're going to start with this Goliath of a TV, the 98-inch. It's a real showcase piece. Just to give you a reference of how big a 98 actually is. This is a 75-inch TV. So if you ever reviewed a 75 where you've got one and you thought about upgrading, that's a big TV. So it just goes to show if you are going to put one of these in, you need to remodel maybe part of your living room, right? It's a big product. So 98 is 29% larger than our biggest TV last year. So in terms of like actual real estate, floor space, this is a big screen, and it's rivaling the best viewing experience, which is being right there on the field with the players, right? That's where we want to be. And the way to get color, lifelike experience, just like real life, we need to be using the LG QNED, the quantum dot and nanosol layer. We're going to talk about that, so I invite you all to jump up and align yourself around the middle one, just a little bit shy of this pillar is good. That's perfect. That's perfect. Awesome. Okay, so we've got 3 different QNED series here. Of course, we make TVs for every price point, every screen size. These all happen to be big screens, but this is where our QNED series start. This is the QNED 81. It's got a nice premium stand here. I think you'll see on a lot of the entry TVs out there, look at the ones on the front page of catalogs, cheap, like a bird, $9.99, get it right now. It comes with 2 plastic feet. We've gone with a premium metal stand that has adjustable height. This is in the low mode, so it looks, low and really nice design. Here, it's in the higher mode. That makes it great for putting a soundbar underneath without blocking the screen. That's the first thing. Now, in terms of the picture quality, that QNED layer is like magic, right? We put that layer and it turns a regular LCD LED TV to be able to show incredible color, realism, vibrancy. And then when we put in the improved backlight, we move from the QNED 81 to the 86. And now we're moving to a TV that not only shows great color, but also, if I put the right file on, can give me excellent blacks. Now we've got here the bright colors in the middle, but even still, I can get nice detail and crisp blacks in the background. So this is a really good family favorite, the QNED 86, because not only does it have the dimming and the bright colors, but it also has HDMI 2.1, VRR, all the gaming must-haves. So it's a great family pleaser for the gamers, the kids, the mums and dads, whatever you want to watch. The QNED 86 has it, and that's thanks to the improved Alpha 8 processor. And we'll look at the next 3 models, all have the Alpha 8 processor. And the processor actually makes a big difference. Who's bought a smartphone in the last 12 months? Or even maybe 2 years, right? The phones generally look the same, right? The same screen, same size, maybe the camera's a bit better, but who knows? And they've realized the importance of processing now. The processor is the brain of a phone, of a computer, and of a TV. And if you put a fast processor with a lot of capabilities, we use AI to enhance ours to give great pictures. So as it's playing these bright colors here, I think you'll see just how much of a difference that QNED can really make. Now as we move to the last one, just follow me along. There we go, the QNED 91. This is our top model, and this has what we call
mini LED. Put that dark scene on again. One more time. There we go, there we go. And so this one can achieve an even higher brightness, but it can keep those bright areas really tight around where it needs to and keep the black areas even darker. And so that's the pinnacle of QNED technology, mini LED backlight, and it's a great one. So if you're chasing picture quality like an OLED, but your budget looks more like an LED, that's okay. The mini LED QNED is the one to go for. Now, everyone knows that a soundbar is a must-have for TVs these days. You know, imagine if I did the whole presentation looking at the floor, right? My voice is going down, I'm not clear, I'm not really getting across the message, you can't tell what I'm saying, right? Soundbar is exactly what a TV with down-firing speakers needs. It's pointing at you, just like me, and it fits in nice and neat and has that subwoofer next to it. So this is the Q series soundbar. It's the perfect attachment for our QNED models. And even though some of these QNED TVs may not have Dolby Atmos, all of our TVs using the EARC function, which you may have seen these days, it will pass Atmos out to a Dolby Atmos soundbar. There. All right, so let's get cinematic and let's move across. All right, so OLED is LG's, flagship range of TVs. And who from Tony's presentation can remember how long LG's been in the OLED TV game now?
11 years.
11 years, yes.
Do I win a prize?
You do. Come back next year. All right, so 11 years. Now, LG OLED has been around for 11 years, but LG OLED Evo is quite new. It's only in its 3rd year. So LG OLED obviously has great blacks, great colors, great viewing angle. I think you know the OLED benefits by now. And that's why we see OLEDs in watches and car infotainment systems. But there are different grades of OLED. So this is the B4, the 2024 B series. It is called entry, but it's pretty premium entry model. So it has, all the great features of OLED, but it doesn't have quite the polish, right? The bezels on the B4 are not as thin like the OLED Evo models. They're a bit thicker, 10 mil. It also doesn't get as bright. This one's not quite 1,000 nits, whereas the Evo models will go over 1,000 quite comfortably thanks to the brightness booster technology. And, where it does do really well is this year the Alpha 8 processor from the B series brings a lot of those Alpha 9 from the C series last year into the B. So more or less, the B series this year is kind of like a C series in disguise. So it's got a lot of features, and the best part is this year,
we'll actually be launching the B series in the 55 and 65 inch, 20% cheaper price than we launched last year. So yeah, really big change. So making OLED and B series more accessible to Australian consumers this year.
Nice, nice. Recession busting prices. Good stuff. Now, OLED Evo. This is the C series. I'm sure if you are reviewing a C series, for many years, this has been Australia's most popular TVs, the 55 and 65. This one here is a 77. And what we got is an ability to see the LG OLED and OLED Evo side by side. So I'll just put that snow content back on there. And while this is playing, you might start to notice how the C series picture is a little bit brighter. Yeah, just higher. The whites here, if I just pause it there, you can see how that better processor of the Alpha 9 versus Alpha 8. Okay, so you can see how it's just sharpening and improving the image and adding extra detail. It's almost like remastering, the scene there to give you more detail by there. So if you are looking for a TV, you've got options, got QNED, you've got B series, C series, but of course, everyone who is buying a TV has to consider picture and
Sound,
exactly. So everyone knows that they need a soundbar, but not everyone knows sort of what to get. When you match LG and LG, it's a very simple story. You can use the same remote to control everything, and we've launched the C series soundbar to design to match the C series OLED. And the greatest thing about this soundbar is not only that it sounds good, but it comes with an L-shaped bracket that when you warm out the TV or when you put it on a cabinet like this, the soundbar will bolt to the TV, and so even if you have it on a moving bracket, it'll always stay with the screen. So you got this awesome synergy of picture and sound, and we think that's Australia's exactly what they want. They want a turnkey, seamless experience for picture. Okay, let's have a look as we move up the range.
So, as I think Thomas mentioned down with the QNED range, we've got a soundbar down there that we're calling the Q series soundbar that matches perfectly with the QNED TVs. That C series soundbar matches with the C for OLED. See where we're going with this? And this one here, which Thomas will talk about in a minute, but this is our G series soundbar, which matches with the G series TV. So we're trying to make it easier from a marketing perspective for consumers to come into store, because we still see a lot of confusion around, okay, I've finally chosen my TV, I'm a bit exhausted at making that choice, which is the best soundbar to add to it. So we've made it really simple to go. G goes with G, C with C, Q with Q, to help add that home entertainment experience with the sound.
Perfect. Okay, so if you got glasses, now's the time to pop them on. Okay, so what we've got here is a shootout, right? We've got last year's flagship TV, the G3, which is a fantastic, amazing picture in a 77-inch, and then we've got this year's G4 OLED. So these are both EVOs, right? Both have the slim bezel, but the G4, while it has a very similar panel to last year, it features our brand new Alpha 11 processor. So we got the 8, the 9, and the 11 processor. Now I'm just going to play these scenes side by side. I'm going to get out of the way, and I just want you to see that the TV on the right, even though it's similar in performance, the processor is actually driving so much more sharpness and brightness out of the image. Pause it there. That's nice. Oh, no, she's moving. Right, okay, so hopefully, can you see that this one, the image just seems to have a little bit more definition? Yeah, you don't have to nod if you can't see, but hopefully you can see it. So what this is doing, the Alpha 11 is intelligently, and we trained this processor using artificial intelligence, which basically means that our engineers said, we know what great picture looks like, and we know what bad picture quality looks like. Computer, can you figure out how to make it look good, like the good one, right? And so the processor in the lab taught itself and learnt with thousands and thousands of files. And so now we get picture quality that is cleverly improved in sharpness, detail, color. And so instead of analyzing the picture down at 5,000 individual squares, we're able to now analyze the picture across all 8 million pixels and apply intelligent sharpening. And so as we play it, I think the detail, the result is amazing. And I'll play another scene just so you think it's not a one-hit wonder. Okay, so we're zooming in on a scene in a desert. The TV has detected, this is the sand dunes. I know what the desert's supposed to look like in Africa. We'll make it look like the rusty red. And as we're zooming in on this pyramid here, which pyramid do you think has a sharper image? You're nodding. Which one? This one? This one? Yeah. So I don't know if you can see it up close, but the TV is looking and it's realized that that's in the center of the screen. So it's what we call object detection. So it works out foreground, background, detail, and it works out, okay, well there's a nice defined image here. I can add some intelligent sharpening and I can really make it stand out here. So that's what the processor is doing. In addition to just improving the picture, the processor obviously, like on a phone, launches your apps faster. What else does the processor do? Anyone have any ideas? No? Okay, so it gives you a faster, snappier experience. It also brings new features. So as we all turn our attention across to this one here, what we've got is the 65 G4, and it's currently displaying 4 different sources at the same time.
So you've gone Back to the Future?
Which
Part two?
movie was this in? Number 2. Okay. I was always a number 3 fan. Okay, but yes, absolutely. So you can watch, 4 different sources. Not that you would do that, but it's more the practicality of. You would?
Oh, this is great. Now you've got three different sports going.
Right.
Josh would watch it as well.
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
Shame we
absolutely.
don't have 8.
If you can, if you can concentrate, we've got the camera here, which is one source. We've got the game, we've got YouTube, we've got another laptop playing some YouTube through screen share. That's why it's a bit murky, but just as a proof of concept, we have the ability to process 4 different images and display it at the same time. All are being treated, upscaled and enhanced as much as possible. But that's pretty impressive. So say you're like, maybe 4 is too much. It's actually really easy to mix and match what you'd like. So we've got here the multi-screen, which is what we're doing now. We've also got the dual PC monitor function. So I can just pick there, and away I go. Boom. And you can switch between each source.
You obviously made this feature to sell the biggest TV, right? So that each of the smaller TVs looks like a big one.
Yes.
Depends on the source of the YouTube, right?
Yeah, well, it depends, I suppose.
Yeah,
Just ask, is this available across all the WebOS platform or just the
Just
early?
Alpha 8, 9, and 11 can do dual. The Alpha 11 can do 4 sources.
So Alpha 8 and 9 can do dual, 11 can do 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you just said.
I use that.
But 11 can do 2 as well.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
2 as well. Right?
Yeah.
But to be distinctive, yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
up to 4 is possible now for 11. So not on that 98-inch down there because that's not now for 11.
Ah.
Yeah, 100%. Now, when you combine, such a powerful processor with LG's Renew program, you can see that down the line, if you've got a powerful processor, who knows what features could be added in the future, down the line. So, obviously, we're talking about soundbars. This is the king of LG soundbars, the S95. It doesn't have a matching TV because it is an entity on its own, right? So it's got the soundbar and 2 rear speakers, and we'll have a quick demonstration of TV speakers and soundbar speakers, because I think it's pretty clear that the soundbar does a lot. If I just said to you, what do you think will sound better about a soundbar versus the TV speakers, what would you say?
Literally everything.
Literally everything? Can you name
Bass.
something? Oh, bass. Now we're talking. Okay, so put on your Vin Diesel hats here. We're going to watch some. It's pretty empty, right? TV speakers, while they're there, they're usable, they're not impressing me. So what we'll do is we'll change it to the soundbar. And I won't blow everyone away. And we'll play that one from the top.
Adios, Toretto.
Okay, Buster. Let's see if this works.
There you go. I think it's pretty clear, right? Soundbar with that extra bass, literally everything. Yep. It's also good for music streaming, wireless movie streaming. Just send your Spotify playlist directly to it. and away you go. So I don't know, for me, whenever I talk about a TV, I always think, is it an Evo? Yeah. Did you get a soundbar? Yeah, gotta have those. Okay, let's move on up from G's to M's. But you might need a few G's to buy one of these. Okay, this is the M series. You may have seen it last year. You may have seen it at CES. The M series is LG's creme de la creme. It's right up the top here. It's currently in a 97-inch screen size. And what makes the M series special? You pay a little bit more for it. In fact, $2,000 more, but you get this, the black box. What does it do? It's the Zero Connect box. Okay, so you put a G on the wall, like that TV over there. Fine, right? But you've still got to run all your cables through the wall to get a clean look. Sure, you could run it down the front, it's ugly. You could run really long cables and try and hide your devices away, but if you want to have devices on a G, you're restrained with cables. The M frees you from the limitations. This box has all the inputs like the G series, right here on the back, and you can put this with your devices out of the way, somewhere else in the room, and the box will send vision directly to the screen. Oh, did I?
As long as you don't turn it away.
As long as you don't, did I turn it away?
Yeah.
Did it work?
I did, cut off there. Because it's line of sight transmitting the signal to the TV. So Thomas is about to demonstrate the turning function of the antenna, but if you turn it completely away, it shoots the signal to the other side of the room.
Yeah, totally. So this has got the full rotation ability. And as I turn it, you can see that little blue light on the left side. Yep, so I'm turning away. You know, yellow means like danger zone, blue is great. So obviously you want to have it line of sight, and then you won't have any problems at all.
And up to 10 meters, was it, Thomas?
10 meters, yep. Now, that's a big living room. Like 10 meters is a long way. So it gives you a lot of freedom here. Now, in terms of wireless, this is not using Wi-Fi. This is not connected to the same Wi-Fi on the TV. This is LG's proprietary wireless solution. You know, I know you guys have heard of 5G. Well, this is even higher. 5G is 20 gigahertz, which is like pretty amazing. This is 60 gigahertz. So it's even higher than 5G. It's totally from the future. And it's sending 4K picture at 120 frames per second, which is the equivalent of this USB, 8 gig USB worth of data every second to the screen, which is just mind-blowing because you normally would need a really thick cable to get that picture quality. Now you can do it all wirelessly. Yeah.
So feel free to have a look behind the TV after we've finished. So to be clear, the only wire running to this TV is a power cord running down one of those cables so it can turn on. But as Thomas is demonstrating, all of the video, all of the audio is coming out of that box being sent to the television at really fast speeds so that you get this amazing picture quality on a 97-inch. This is a 97-inch OLED screen.
And it's obviously A11, Alpha 11 processor, right? So you could do the 4 screens.
You could, yeah. If you on this screen size, it'd be like having, 49 inches, really, wouldn't it? Yeah.
So this is an M3 though that we're showing you today because the M4 isn't available yet. It's coming in June. So imagine that G4 panel there. That G4 panel will be on the M4 wireless TV. So looking even better than what you've got in front of you.
Definitely. Well, it's currently designed to look suspended. It's hanging from the ceiling here. You can mount it flat on the wall. Yeah, we want to do something a little bit special. Home of entertainment, we should go all the way. Nice. Okay, let's come on over. Okay, so we've gone from the biggest OLED we sell to the cutest OLED we sell. Okay, this is the 42C4, and while that's loading up, I'll just jump across to a different one. There we go. Okay, so who here is a video gamer? Okay, that's cool. But I'm guaranteed that you know someone who's a gamer. Maybe they're dreaming to be a professional gamer. Maybe they just love spending their free time. Gaming is huge. In fact, about 50% of people claim to be a gamer. It might include a few board gamers in there, I don't know. But there's a lot of customers, and gaming is driving TV innovation. Everything we looked at, processors, Dolby Vision and surround sound, all exists in games. And this is why LG is beloved by gamers, because we are always on the cutting edge, adding in new technology along the way. So right now I've got a gaming computer connected here, and if I was to ask, for example, yourself, why do gamers love OLED? What would you say?
Great blacks, great motion, no ghosting.
Yeah.
And high refresh rates.
Awesome, I love it. You're spot on. Now, if you don't know the jargon, no ghosting, low refresh rate, you said. The OLED pixels, not only great picture, great blacks, but they can change and adjust instantly without any blur. I am literally gonna make myself sick doing that too many times, but I can move the mouse around straight away, and I'm getting 4K at an instant because my computer and my TV are working together. When I bring up the game dashboard, which gives me a live frames per second, you can probably see that changing as I'm giving the computer a hard time. You know, it's dropping down a little bit, but it can maintain 120. That's the computer, not the TV. NVIDIA G-Sync. This is the computer or the game console and the TV working together. So I never get frames that are tearing or shearing. They're always coming through clear and giving me crisp picture. And what an amazing picture it is. If I look down at the ground, for example, over there, let's head on over. You know, look at the detail in the shadow and the sunlight and the detail in the plants here. Gaming is at another level now, and it's definitely on the par with movies for movie quality. Okay, so if you are a gamer and you love adjusting and tweaking, then the LG Flex is exactly what you need. So just a couple more steps across, because we're going to be looking across these.
And just quickly, it's got low response time, but is it high or low refresh rates? Because I would have said high, but because like TVs have a high refresh rate.
High refresh rate, low input lag.
Right, yeah, okay.
Low pixel response.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're spot on. Spot on. Okay, so, you know, I think gamers, for example, before they even start playing, they're going to spend 5 minutes setting up their rig and adjusting settings. It's almost like car lovers, but it's all on a game console. So when it comes to gaming, it's never about how good you are. It's always about how good is your gear, right? Which tends to be why they're always upgrading. Okay, so this is the ultimate OLED gaming screen, right? Because, you know, it's the ability to flatten and to curve on demand. Okay, so it was running in curve mode. I'm gonna flatten it, I'm gonna curve it. Now, who could tell me, do you remember from last time why it's curving? What does a curved screen do for gaming?
Gives you more peripheral vision, so you can see more of the image whilst you're looking forward.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, so, you know, when you are in the real world, I can see like 180 degrees, right? But when I'm looking at a screen, it's pretty narrow, right? I can't see everything. But if I move closer and I curve the screen around, I'm bringing myself into the game. I'm gonna bring those graphics, the ammo, the map, all into my peripheral vision, into my largest sweet spot, right? And if I'm gaming, how fast I can react is how fast I can see. And so if I can see things faster, my chances of winning go up. And that's why gamers are always upgrading their gear, especially the monitor. So the Flex lets me adjust the curve. At different points, I can go 50%, or I can go 100%. And it's a shame we don't have a gaming chair here, because if you sat down, full curved, screen at max height, tilt it down a little bit, if you sit there in your gaming chair, it literally feels like when you're 5 years old playing Daytona USA. It's just this amazing experience, like going back to time zone. It's a cool experience. That's our gaming monitor, the Flex. It's a real legendary screen. So Nat, tell us more about the Lifestyle Pro.
Thank you. Hi everyone, it's nice to see you all. So our Lifestyle screen range is really all about innovation. So LG has been innovating our TV technology year on year to bring out screens that have different form factors that cater to customers who are looking for more from their TV than what's traditional, and are looking for products that align more with their own lifestyles and personal tastes. So like Thomas, showed you the LG OLED Flex with the expendable screen that's great for gaming, and we showed you our wireless OLED M that gives you a lot more freedom to position the TV where you like in your space, and therefore more freedom to design your home how you'd like. And we also brought back our Pose TV, which we have here, which just shows our innovation in terms of TV design. It looks great from the front and the back, so it's not a TV that you have to put up against your wall. It's something that you can put more centered in your living space, and it just looks like a beautiful piece of furniture in the home. We also have our portable screens here today, which Thomas will demo for you shortly. So it's the two screens over there. So we have our Stand By Me, which is the screen on the stand, which they both have built-in batteries, so you can move it freely within any room you want within your home, whether it's when you're in the kitchen, cooking, or if you want to take it to your backyard, you can. But we also created a more mobile version of the Stand By Me, which is the Stand By Me Go. Which has that briefcase design that you can take with you outside of the home. So if you are traveling or you love being outdoors and camping, for example, and you want to take your entertainment with you, you can do so with our new Stand By Me Go. We also love making world-first TV innovations, just like our rollable OLED that we have here today. And you all may have seen at CES our transparent OLED T, which brings in some of the technology from the rollable screen that rolls down into the speaker, and our transparent OLED T has that black contrast film that rolls down to show a transparent screen and then rolls back up to give you your traditional OLED TV. And as Gemma mentioned earlier, we're a company that's really focused on human-centric innovation, and this whole lifestyle screen range is real proof of this. And we'll continue to expand on this range year after year and bring out more TVs that cater to the different lifestyles that our customers lead. So I'll pass it back to Thomas, and he'll demo our portable screens for you guys.
Cool. All right. Come on over. So we've got our camping site here. We've got our hammock. What a way to end the day. Now these days, I think people are trying to reduce maybe screen time on their phones. And TV in the living room is great, but it's always a fight in my house of who gets there first and who gets to watch what they want. So for me, these types of products, right, are just perfect. A TV that I can take room to room, where I go, where I want to use it. And it's not just going to play, the smart TV apps. I can use it to access, master classes or cooking tutorials or whatever I need to do to make myself better as a human. All right, so we've got the Stand By Me, and I'm sure that some of you have reviewed this unit. It's just over here by the hammock, because what a way to watch TV, right? Wheel it across the house, set it up. Now the Stand By Me has done really well. Some people last year were like, oh cool, nice toy. But it's not a toy, serious video watching. So the Stand By Me is a 27-inch full HD screen, all the smart TV apps built in. But what makes it amazing is it has wheels in the base and a battery, and the battery at the moment is just charging, so you just have to pretend I can wheel it around. But that battery would give me 3 hours of unplugged use. So I could take that. Where could I take that? I don't know. I'm not allowed a TV in my bedroom. Partner says no, but I could take this in for the movie and after wheel it back again. So brownie points for the movie, especially if it's a chick flick. Brownie points for taking it out of the bedroom at the end, right? Win-win. Okay, what about if I want to set it up, kids playing musical instruments, violin, guitar, put the music up there, in the kitchen, cooking, watch a tutorial. The Stand By Me has just been really popular. We launched in November and we sold out like 3 times now, haven't we? Yeah, and in the States it's still involved.
More than 11,000 units were sold very quickly in the States. So we've been kind of fighting for supply of this product, but Josh tells me it's looking much better now. Coming in.
Nice. So that's $19.99, that's done well. But some people have been saying to us, okay, so can we get the Stand By Me versatile? We're like, yeah, you can wheel it anyway. Then like, what if I want to take it outside of the home? So we've got here the Stand By Me Go, which is the same screen, the same touch screen experience as the original Stand By Me, but the Go allows you to fold it down, flat inside the box, drop the lid, comes in this really rugged case here. It's a go anywhere, durable case. It's actually past the military standard for, you know, like impact, for anti-scratching. It's really tough, and it's a great product, especially if you want to take a screen out to the backyard, if you want to take it camping or glamping, right? If you want to, you know, do a business pitch and you want a mobile large screen, no iPad comes in this screen size. So the Stand By Me Go definitely has some excellent uses. So I'm going to set it up and I'm just going to show you how it looks. When it is running outside, it has the option to go up to 500 nits. So you can see content in a nice, bright, vivid HD resolution there. But say if you want to run an input, you can. It's got HDMI and USB. You could charge your phone off the back. Comes with the handy remote. And if you are into TikTok, you can get access to your, you know, shorts or your TikTok videos, which is pretty cool. And the last thing is if you are camping during fire ban season, right? 0 emissions campfire. Look at that, off you go. So Stand By Me Go, it's same price, it's $19.99. We've also already got a lot of interest. It's going to be launching from August this year.
Same battery life?
Same battery life, yeah.
Does it have an accessory for an aerial or anything like that to watch video?
An aerial? Yeah, you can access all the smart TV 7, 9, 10 APC-SBS apps.
There's no
built in.
There's no RF connected.
Yeah. If you did, the antenna would have to be super high up anyway. It wouldn't be really convenient. I think the Wi-Fi solution is much better.
So, thank you, Thomas. We might end this area particularly. Natalie was introducing this as our lifestyle, and Thomas was talking about as our lifestyle products. But really, we at LG think this is a really great example of the innovation that LG puts out in this home entertainment space. We have shown rollable TV before, we have shown Flex TV before, but we wanted to put it all on display here because we think this is a great example of LG really pushing the boundaries of everything in this home entertainment space. Not everything works, but as Natalie explained, that rollable TV there, some of that technology has transferred into the transparent TV that everyone saw at CES, the wireless rollable transparent TV. So we're innovating and we're bringing it down the product line into our mainstream product. So we've showed you today a whole lot of fantastic hardware, bigger QNED screens, and as Josh talked about, that's definitely the way Australians are moving, much bigger screens in the market. Thomas did some great demos around the amazing processing power of the OLEDs. They're brighter, they're stronger. I hope you've got some good stories and some ideas around what we've shown you. Thank you very much for your time. And hopefully this links back to that conversation at the beginning in terms of making lives good, life with optimism, looking after your customers. And just to be completely optimistic as well, we're also announcing, Josh talked about great pricing. I still can't believe some of it's actually a lot cheaper than last year, especially how good the product is. But we're also announcing on Thursday at 7 o'clock AM that we're giving away gift cards through retailers, $300 if you buy an OLED or QNED 83 or 86 inch, so $300 on an 83 or 86 OLED or QNED, $200 on a 75, 77 OLED QNED, and $100 on a 65 OLED QNED product. So for 3 weeks only, just to sort of, give a bonus to consumers who get in there and one of the first to buy the products. So great products, cheaper pricing than previous, at a par or cheaper, and a bonus at launch, plus that renew program that keeps your TV upgraded for 5 years. So hopefully you get some storylines out of that presentation, and thank you very much, and thanks to the team for all presenting. Please feel free to hang around, ask some questions. Thanks for coming, everyone.